Okay. And we are grooving. Hopefully not with extreme amounts of chop, although the kbps seems to be flailing wildly. Not entirely sure whether I should be worried about that. We're going to bring the music volume down just a smidgen. Bring up the sensitivity on my mic a little bit. How's that? That's a little better. I can get behind that. Okie dokie. Hey, Corey, how's it going? We got music. We are opening with some science today. I did get everything I needed to execute proper science. So, let me get my screens adjusted here. We are hanging out. We've got Gardic on stream up in the top right corner if you feel like playing it. But we're starting with science. Oh, and if and when I forget that you're playing Gardic on stream, just remind me. I'm a dummy. Okay. Am I coming out over the top of the music there? Is that well balanced? I feel like that's doing alright. It looks okay on my levels. Okay. Alrighty. Let's do some science. Get that out of the way. Got little side cubbies for my keyboard and mouse now. So I can just have a clear desk right after setup. We're in good shape. Ooh, but I got one more thing I gotta fix. Notification went out, but that means I need the chat back up again. Ooh, hey, how you doing, Kat? Welcome back. Sounds good to you? Glad to hear. Glad to hear it. Also watching Moody, so you can't judge audio very harshly. How's Moody doing? What's Moody playing? Cats. Cats. I said cat. I was wrong. Okay. So we have some science. Also, my camera hangs now, so it might bounce a little bit for a second after I move it. If you get motion sick, just buy some of those glasses. I hear they work really well. You know, the ones with the water bubbles and stuff? Give those a shot. I hear they might work out. Alright, we're going to do some science. We've got this. We've got our... we've got baking soda. Non-specific brand baking soda. There, you can't... There's no brand as long as I hold it like this. Then you can see all the drug facts. And we've got lemon juice, which I'm hoping is citrusy enough. I'm going to be honest, I didn't do enough research. We're just going to kind of go for it. And what we're trying to see here is an endothermic reaction, as we were talking about first on TikTok and then on the Discord. So hopefully I can do this. As I said, I didn't really plan. I also have a thermometer to demonstrate the results of the science. Right now, it can't be 79 degrees in here. Is it that warm in here right now, Em? She can't hear me. 79? No. That seems too hot. Hammer and Sickle brand, indeed.
Well, it might be 79 over where you are.
Yeah, it might be that hot over here. The only acceptable brand, Corey. Alright, we got lemon juice, which is weirdly brown and sticky around the cap. Good thing we're not actually eating this. It was only purchased for this purpose. Okay. Yeah, we've got that works. We've got hammer, right? Hammer and Cecilia. That's about as close as I can get. Alright, that liquid is currently approximately 75 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're going to be doing some sculpting of the scar and wound variety today. That's our main goal. I need a scoop. I didn't even think about scooping. Emily, I need to steal a scoop. Yeah, it's just for the baking soda. It should be fine. Hold on, I'm gonna go get a scoop. There we go. So what we want to see is this getting cold on us. That's what I want. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit so that we can see a little bit more of the action. And once again, this is around 75 degrees, 74.57. We're sticking there. Okay. So we're going to take a little scoop of this. Just kind of plunk it in there. And we should see the temperature go down. Is it going down? It's frothing. Doesn't seem to be going down. Maybe I didn't do enough. There it goes. There it goes. It's going down a little bit. It's frothing a little bit too much. I might have a problem there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, the point is it's working. The other point is I may have overdone this a little bit. But look it, observe the science. I'll worry about the mess in a moment.
Hello,
hey,
the
Moody.
You were watching
You're here just in time.
My channel. If you have found this to be an error, please close this window and pursue superior
Welcome.
content. Para su
How's it going?
Permanezca sentado y cuida tus niños. Mantén los manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del vehículo.
Thank you for doing the shout out, Corey. Moody, how was Guilty Gear? This overflowed a little bit, but the point is the science worked. It went down by like 2 or 3 degrees. When is anything I do not scuffed? Wow, that is a mess. All right. Let me do some quick cleanup. It overflowed from the gun. Only a little. Only a little. Moody, how was Guilty Gear? All right. Science is proven. We have verified that we indeed live in the real world where science is a real thing. I got messed up, also messed up others. Balance was achieved. That's all you can root for. You're guessing the store did not have regular citric acid. No, but it did have lemon juice, which contains citric acid. And I figured that'd be good enough, and I'm happy to say that it was. It was indeed good enough. Okay, we're moving on to scars. So I've got a couple here. I've got one that's actually done that I can show you. There we go. That one is done. I don't have the original of the one that I showed in my TikTok, but this is the mold for that one. All right, Moody, do your after stream things. This is the next scar. And it's like a full-blown, this is a face scar for a costume idea I have that I will be talking more about in the future. So, looking forward to that. But, what we're working on today is these guys. So I've kind of started this one. I can zoom in a little bit on that. I think I'm going to try and put the camera at a higher angle here. Good timing for all this, right? Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to quite get it done in time for Halloween, though, unfortunately, because my timing is eternally terrible. But we can at least get a good start. I'm going to tilt that back a little more. There we go, and then we can zoom in on what we're doing. Oh, this new camera setup is way better. Okay. I'm going to grab my tools, and we're going to work on this one a little bit, and then we're probably going to jump down to this one. Got bamboozled by time zones today, and Moody exposed you for it. What happened? What did you do? Don't tell me that you made a mistake. As you know, mistakes have been outlawed. That's no longer permissible in this, our perfect union. Alrighty, so got the basis of this one kind of roughed out. But I want to Alright. Thought equinox fell on the 23rd this year, and it does. But in UTC, here it's on the 22nd at 9 p.m. I mean, you were close. You're close enough by my standards. And my standards are obviously flawless. So, if it's any consolation, I do not know, nor do I regularly keep track of the timing of the equinox ever. I guess I was vaguely aware that it was approaching, and that's kind of it. What I know is that it is the 21st night of September, and that I will always remember. Okay. So we are trying to rough up the edges of this scar here. We'll see how we can do on this. I want it to feel kind of chewed up. It's not a scar. This one's a wound. I don't know why I'm calling it a scar. Back, and first half of the stream was Spelunky 2. Ooh. It just went really poorly, so I pivoted games. Hey, we all have to do that from time to time. Been doing seasonal Discord statuses this year, so this is important to you. Ah, I see. I have been noticing those. That makes sense. I don't ever edit my Discord status. I should do that. I don't know what's my status? Panicked. That's the thing. If I did that, I'd never need to change it. That's accurate 95 to 100% of the time. Okay. So we're just going through, roughing things up, making the edge of this look a little more unkempt. If I lean in, how far until I cover the camera? If I get this far, I'm covering the camera. So I can be up to here. I can also move the camera. But right now I think I'm okay with it. Right now my Discord status is Sculpting Some Fake Wounds art stream. Cool. It is? How'd I do that? Is it because it's connected to my Twitch account? Does that mean those stay when I sign out of Twitch? Well, that would be good to know. Barnacle. Ooh. Barnacles weren't quite fast enough. Okay, we're going to bring this down a little bit and in kind of like that. That's a better angle on what's happening here. There you go. Now you can really see it. Should go back to whatever once I close my stream. Interesting. I feel like I should know that. Well, I need to figure out what my whatever is then. Because that would be good. So I'm trying to chew this up, make it look like there are some like extending scratches going in here. So that it feels like this was torn in and not just like right now the edges of it, especially over here and stuff like this, just looks a little too smoothly cut in. I want it to look rougher like what we got going on over here, where it's kind of chewed up. And I got this like fatty bubble here, which I might add a couple more of those, but I'm not sure. Barnacles are one of your favorite sea animals. Oh, this guy. Yeah, this looks like a barnacle. Is that what you're talking about? Hey, Pimp's here. How's it going? Does that for you when you stream too. Right on, right on. Okay. Well, now I know. Because it's Mike's super short show. Try and just pick this apart here. And yeah, just give me a holler if I'm coming through too quiet or the music is too loud or any combination of those things. Just make sure to let me know. Yeah, this guy does totally look like a barnacle. You're right about that. The finesse with which he dodges the redeem? Oh. My eyeballs. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong chat. Let me see here. Hold on. Yeah, it's just because I'm very skilled at avoiding my responsibilities. I've been working on it for quite a few years now. I've gotten quite good at it. So, yeah, barnacle breaks at breaks at regular neckties? I got nothing there. I got nowhere to move forward from there. I'm sticking with it. Accelerate clavicle lesion expansion. I feel like that was almost something, but I kind of dropped the ball about a quarter of the way through. Breaks at regular necklines. Should have been necklines. Adorning. Can I change my answer? Breaks adorning regular necklines. Accelerate clavicle lesion expansion. Barnacle. It's not much better, but at least it's slightly more coherent. He'll accept it, thank you. We do get to hang out in his closet this way, though. Welcome to my closet. Hey, Sky, how you doing? Ooh, Sleepy Sky Kitty. Digging the new name. Everybody's coming out with these new names lately. I'm liking it, I'm liking it. I like this tool because it makes me feel like a dentist. And my patient is skin. That's really deep if you don't think about it. Emily's going to the dentist tomorrow, which means I have to go to work alone. They screwed up her appointment. She was supposed to be there early, or later in the day, sorry. And then they sent her a text message today and were like, hey, see you at 9:30 in the morning tomorrow. And obviously the dentist rules all, so if they decide that's when your appointment was, that's when it was. Sky, I'm working on some fake injuries for like special effects makeup kind of stuff. I've been playing more with that lately. I want to get back into... I used to do costumes all the time, and that's kind of what I've been feeling lately. It's more my focus. So I've got a couple of costume design ideas in mind, and I'm going to try and start pushing that. One of them is an older Cal Kestis. I got two Star Wars ones. One of them is an older Cal Kestis, and then one of them is a full-blown Sith version of Cad Bane, which presents a special challenge because, well, A, full face mask, and B, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do Sith eyes on a character that already has red eyes. So that'll be interesting also. But this is just kind of an open wound Halloween-y thing. Mom had an eye appointment at the VA, and he gave her a ride, and when she got in there, she was canceled out of nowhere. Dude, that... Pimp, that is some bullshit. Sorry to hear that. Especially places like that can tend to be really difficult. It really depends on the VA you go to. My grandma volunteers, or I guess she did for a very long time, but she's getting up there now and finally starting to dial back a little bit. I think they still drag her back in there on a regular basis. But my grandma volunteered at the VA Veterans Hospital. But what's the A stand for? Corey, did you read that as Virginia? Or do you just know where all the veterans hospitals are? Austin has done a Bowser sculpture that's half normal, half dry Bowser. I have. Unfortunately, I still don't think I'm going to be able to make a resin casting of it, even after everything I've learned so far. I would have to completely dismantle it. And I'm not sure that I want to do that. Half moist, yes. Half moist Bowser. 50% moist. How I like all my Bowsers. Honestly, this gives me a pretty nice macro view of what I'm doing, and I'm digging it. Because I have the stream view up on my computer screen. So I can actually see that better. You totally did, I get that. Veterans Administration. Thank you, Pimp. Hey, I don't know you, Corey. Maybe you know where all of the veterans hospitals are, and that is possible. I don't judge. In fact, I would be extremely impressed. So I just try to do this by like gashing in toward every general cut that I made, and it gets it there. See what I'm talking about? How that's like torn up like. It'll look nice in the it's also good places to like hold fake blood, which is important with these. You want something that holds the fake blood nicely. Or just think of the amazing video you could take of melting him down in a pot feet first. It would be so tragic, though. I wouldn't be able to handle that emotionally. That would tear me apart. Lucky enough to have one in the city you live in. That's good, pimp. The one my grandma volunteers at, she is in a small town in Oregon, about an hour and a half out of Portland, and she volunteers at the one that is, I believe, the one in Portland. And so she was commuting like minimum hour, maximum traffic hour 45, I think. And commuting all the way there for a volunteer position. Just a saint of a woman. These people loved her there. I mean, they still do. They still drag her back there because the place is starting to fall apart without her. But, like I said, she's getting up there. It's good for her to relax, take care of herself, enjoy her golden years. Real blood dries too dark, sadly. Unfortunately, despite my best efforts, I can't get real blood to hold that satisfying sheen, that luster that we all love so much about blood. I know y'all are just like me. You think frequently about that satisfying blood look. Gotta always trust your bloody instincts. Feels a little too bright. I can just bring this down a smidgen. There we go. It's a little more gentle. It's especially hard to do these scratches in close to the fatty section. I shouldn't have put the fat in there yet, because I want to keep that pretty smooth. And I'd like to try to avoid going in there and re-smoothing it as much as I can. Shouldn't be using my finger to do that. I got tools. They're multiplying. I should be using them. If I'm smoothing, I gotta be using my tools. If you catch me using my finger to do my smoothing, just go ahead and smack me. Don't even get started on horseshoe crab blood. Yes, which, of course, I'm very experienced in, but I just want to make sure you know what is the unique thing about horseshoe crab blood. I'm gonna guess that it's blue or something else. That's a good quote. I am a violent person, but violence gets things done, you know? Extremely topical, yeah. Stream Elements paying attention today. I want Bobman back. I thought I was going to be okay not having him around anymore, and I don't think I am. I don't want to get people's hopes up because it's going to take me some time to dig him back out of the grave. But I want my baby back. Baby back, baby back. Can you smack me even if you didn't catch me doing it? Look, I don't kink shame. But no. Rules are rules, I'm sorry. I mean, I do make them, but I don't make them. Miss Emily tonight, though, she'll be back on Friday. Emily, would you like to say hi?
Hello.
She's here. Thank you, Pep, yes. Chili's, baby back ribs, barbecue sauce. She's here.
Hi, everyone. I'll be back on Friday. Oh,
Lola.
hush.
The microphone sensitivity is up higher. Don't do that. You're going to hurt people's eardrums. Delay. You have a delay. I don't have a delay. I might have a delay. The kbps was really low when I got started. It seems to be leveling off now that we've been going for a minute. How many times have I been to Chili's? Maybe 3 times total for you. I have been to Chili's more times than I am proud of. There is one item on their menu that I actually quite enjoy that I would like to recreate myself. Now keep in mind I am extremely white and I come from suburbia, so Chili's is my culture. But they have this thing called Southwest egg rolls, which is neither Southwestern nor is it egg rolls. But boy, is it tasty. I'm a big fan. And I do recommend it if you ever find yourself lost in the dark woods and coming across a wild Chili's. Definitely give it a shot. If they have it at your local Chili's. Everything else there, I will say, is fairly mediocre. Like, you can get a better version of it everywhere else. I do not like Applebee's. And no, I don't know the difference between the two, but I feel very passionately about liking Chili's and not liking Applebee's. But, like, I also enjoy the, what's the place? There's one buffet place I do like, and then Golden Corral is another buffet place, isn't it? But I've never been there before. TGI Chili Bee is the one true restaurant. TGI Fridays has some bomb-ass cheese sticks. And that is the only thing worth eating there. A lot less baby and a lot less back. And we know how you feel about babies. I feel violently about babies. There's plenty of historical evidence of this. Does Chili's offer chili on the menu? You know, I haven't been to one in several years now. I don't think they did last time I was there. Lola, did you lose a tennis ball? You lost a dinosaur. Hold on. I gotta rescue my dog. I'm right about those cheese sticks. Oh, I know I am. Those TGI Fridays cheese sticks, the flat ones. I don't know what the hell is special about them being flat, but it makes them so much tastier. The flatness adds flavor. Just lost a dinosaur. Okay. Corral is a buffet type place. I thought so, yeah. I've never been there, but I'm pretty sure it's the same kind of deal. But I can't remember that there's a buffet place I do like. I feel like it has buffet in the name, but I still can't remember what it's called. I'm really bad with remembering the names of shit, which is something that we all know about me already. That was not a fun game to play back when I was in film school. And it was a constant game of, do you know the name of this actor, movie, director, cinematographer? And I was always like, I know of them. I can describe things about them. They have the same kind of cheese stick at Johnny Carino's, but with even better cheese. I've never been to a Johnny Carino's. Where can I find this better TGI Fridays cheese stick? Because it seems like I'm missing out on the good things in life. You found their menu and they do sell chili. Sounds like all is right in the world. Good work, pimp. Well researched. I gotta be careful not to get fingerprints in this, because the first one I did, my little test wound, which I will probably still put up, seems to include my fingerprint a little bit, which isn't terrible, especially because I attempted to scramble it up a little bit because I thought that would add a skin-like texture, and it didn't really add a skin-like texture. It more added a fingerprint-like texture that was just kind of scrambled. So mistakes were made, but... So what's up with this Johnny Carino's? Where can I find this place? Speaking of fast food places, by the way, we finally got a Cane's Chicken up here, which there was one back in my hometown area, down in like the Orange County region, but there wasn't one really like reasonably close in Los Angeles, or in Burbank specifically is where I'm at, and no fingers. And I guess you get to smack me now. They finally built one in Burbank, so I can now. It's now accessible to me. What is the drawing stuff on the upper right hand of the screen? That is Gardic on stream. You are welcome to guess the pictures by just typing the word of whatever picture. It's just a little mini game to play. I like to put that on. I used to do that while I was doing Maker streams, and I kind of stopped, and I wanted to put it back. So all you have to do is type the word. You don't have to use like a command format or anything like that. And if the word matches the picture being drawn on screen, you get a point. And it's just kind of for funsies. Looking at their locations, and the nearest one to me is by I-105 and Highway I-9. Or Highway 19, if that means anything to me. I don't think that's very close. That seems fairly far away. Because the freeway is nearby me, and now I'll be revealing my California. But the freeways near me are the 55, the 91, the 5... the 143, those are all fairly close by. 91 is a little further out. 91 is closer to home. I need one of these. I need one of these, right? The little flimsy rubber dealies, but with a ball end on it like this. I need these two to make a baby. That's what I need. That would be good for me. Bring this down a little bit and tilt the camera down at it a little more. You can get there from the 5 turning southeast and turning off at Dennis the Menace Park. Right on. I love streets named after popular comics. That's how you know they're making the right choices. Doesn't seem too far out. Maybe it's over. It might be over, but I missed another redeem. Damn it. Bird break. Oh, cat. I'm pretty sure Scotty's in bed already. Is Scotty asleep? He's not wanting to stay. It's hard to do a bird break at this location. I know. Wait for it. There's a bean. Say hi, Scotty. He made it. Budgie, 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 buddy. We have a bean break. Yes, I don't want to get too loud too fast because it's going to freak you out. I know, that's my other hand. I'm just changing focus so people can see your face. There you go. Scotty. Look at this little bald spot. Cracks me up. Big yawn. Alright, let's send you home. Come on, buddy. We're going back, I know. You want to go back to your house?
Okay.
All good.
Where's the hound?
He is a pretty bird. Alright, let's zoom on back in. Get my focus set. Horsetail. Ooh, try just tail. That might work. Oh, I'd also like input on the swaying of the camera. If it's too bouncy or like motion sickness inducing, let me know, because I could switch out. It's hanging from a wooden rod right now that's got a little too much twist. I could swap that out for a piece of conduit or something that would be a little sturdier, a little more rigid. Ah, asteroid. There you go. Oh, has anybody been looking at the updates for Tears of the Kingdom? Very excited about that. It does very much appear to be about time. And I know I'm very far from the only one to have said that, but I did say that as soon as the first trailer came out. I know that's very much old news. But I'm liking the theories I'm seeing about what the game is actually going to be about specifically. I saw somebody talking about the dragons, and thinking that, because there are dragons in the logo for the new game, and some people were thinking that it might have just based on the stone dragon carvings and everything that are over in the I want to say it's Linero, where all the lightning is, all the rain and lightning, and the forest with the big carved rocks and all that stuff. I feel like that's Linero-ish. People were thinking it might be Gerudo related. Saw the teaser, you're intrigued. Yeah, I know, right? It looks pretty cool. I'm definitely interested. I'm also very into the Sky Islands. Obviously, that's got everybody thinking like predecessor to Skyward Sword, and the dragons eating their own tail, like the that famous symbol. Like, it's got a D in it. I can't remember what it's. Fucking somebody help me out there. But the symbol of the dragon eating its tail. People are thinking maybe like cyclical time or something like that. So this could be like the formation of the Skyward Sword Sky Islands. That could be neat. Surprised to see more people didn't call those 7 spirit icons in the mural the 7 sages. Ooh, good call there for sure. Yeah, definitely. Ouroboros. Thank you, Moody. Ouroboros is indeed what I was trying to think of. Found something that looks like the tool I wanted a baby of? Really? Send it. Send it in the Discord. That looks like that might be it. If it's rubbery enough, that might be it. The thing about these is they're super boingy. Like they're very bendy. But yeah, that seems like it might be close. Just got these vague scratches in here from like my early roughing in. Next art stream we're going to be doing a different sculpture, something more self-contained, I guess would be how I would describe that. You guys might remember me doing the sample drawing of my character Tucker, who I would like to have been working on a comic book of. Emily and I have been essentially rewriting the entire story and making good progress, I might add. It's interesting because some elements have stayed and some of them have been kind of revised based on the fact that both of us have a different view of the world now than we did when we were in college. So it's kind of interesting to keep some of those story elements, but add some of the new perspective that we have now. Where's Bowser? Bowser's on my mantle, or my TV stand. I'll have to build an extension for my storage box. Yeah, no kidding. I am using that right now, though. This thing is dope. You can hear it rattling in the distance. Yeah, Bowser is up on my TV stand. He hangs out up there now. But yeah, so I have been working on a Tucker sculpture that I'm going to use as a model for the comic book because I wanted something more three-dimensional. And it helps me get a better idea of the shapes and forms around the character. Makes it easier to draw it in general. So there we go. So I'll be working on him most likely next stream. And then I have to do his companion, Bobby. And then the third main character, Opal, who was, especially me as a college guy, written fairly flat and mostly just as a love interest the first time around. And I've been turning her into much more of a person and much more of a driver of the story. And I'm way happier with how she's feeling now. And Emily will help a lot with that, of course. But I'm most of the plot. So in terms of making her a driving part of the story, that's a little more on me. Emily is the one that can make her sound like a real person. I need her help for all of those people anyway. I'm kind of a robot. So I'm good with story structure and cause and effect chain kind of shit. Revitalizing older ideas is extremely fulfilling. And what I've been trying to do lately is focus on the few ideas I've had that really seemed to mean something to me. And I'm trying to put work back into those. And so I'm kind of like I've said before, I've backed away from the acting because it feels like I mostly wanted to do that because I wanted attention and because I wanted to be famous and because I like being up in front of people and entertaining. It's the same reason I was interested in stand-up comedy and directing and all of those things. You get, a lot of people patting you on the back all the time. And I like that dopamine kick. But in terms of the stuff that I really like to do, I get frustrated with a lot of that, direct performance kind of stuff. More because of the environment around it and the people that you get involved with weren't really my kinds of folks. But so I've been focusing more on my prop and costume stuff. I've been getting some designs together that I've wanted to work on for a while. So I've got those 3 costumes. I think I only told you 2 of them. I have the Cal Kestis, and I have the and so that's like a Cal Kestis from and I'm aging him up and doing original trilogy era Cal Kestis, which I think will be kind of fun. I don't know if he canonically lives that long. I can't, because I know there have been comics and stuff, and I don't know all of the lore, but I thought it would be interesting to see him in that era and just kind of experiment with that myself. So I've got a few ideas for that, including a scar, because, when you're aging up a boyish-faced character, it's always good to add a scar, because who doesn't love tropes? And then I've got the Sith Cad Bane, just because, honestly, the only reason for that is just I thought it would be cool. And then the third one I wanted to do was an apocalypse, or a kind of maybe even Borderlands-y Groot. And so I was kind of trying to split it up between one that's mostly about the clothing in Cal with a little bit of makeup, something that's really heavy makeup. Austin, you're doing great at job. We're all glad you're part of our crew on this project. The last hot drink you grabbed was perfect. You're nailing it, Moody. Yeah, no, you don't get that love as a PA, but that's honestly the nicest thing anybody would have ever said to me as a PA. But that's the thing, I was chasing a thing that I wasn't even getting. It's just, sometimes you gotta redirect. But yeah, the Cal Kestis costume is mostly about the clothing and kind of recreating that iconic, that the poncho and the split strap backpack and the prop or / puppet in BD1. And so that's the focus for that one. And Cad Bane one is focused on the prosthesis and on, the heavy makeup. And then Groot is about the whole package, the full body costume, covering myself in something that matches the prosthesis on my face. And so it's kind of staging up as I go. So I'll do Cal first and then kind of try to work my way towards some bigger business. I'm looking forward to the Groot one, though. I've been doodling that and thinking about it. Looking forward to all of them. I'm wearing a Groot shirt right now, so that one intrigues me. Yeah, I'm excited about that one. I really like that idea. Apocalypse Groot. Oh my God, Leo, you've sacrificed yourself to the demons of stream advertisements. I'm really glad you showed up. To be honest, I've been looking for some serious guidance here. Welcome in, Leo. Good to have you. Moody. Good point. Yeah, because there is a typo that makes it extremely legitimate. Although, to be fair, the typo does add a hint of authenticity. It's just in the wrong place. Because we all know that those chatbots are always copying everything they possibly can. Almost went to timeout for the lulz. Don't time out, Leo. I didn't do anything wrong. Just sharing the offerings of the world of stream management. I've been looking for somebody to manage me. I'm really receptive to that. Is that still too bright? Is that coming through okay? Can you like clearly see what I'm doing, or is there too much glare from the glowy? If I do that. Would we be surprised if Austin had a typo in his title? Not at all. No. That would be par for the course. I feel like I can often avoid typos in the title, but I'm sure it's happened more than once before. What have you been up to, Leo? How are things? Any interesting happenings on the job site lately? A lot of DBD. I'm not surprised to hear that. How's that been going? You were invited to, what was it? It was to admin their, was it their Discord or their social media? What was it? Help me. Dragon Ball Destiny. What's been going on with that? Are you a server mod for them now? Crew mod in training for their partner Discord server. Right on. That's pretty tight. It's like really legit. Good for you. So how's that been going? How's the training? What do they do? Do they test you? I don't test well. They don't meddle with it much. It's community run. Okay. Right on. But do they give you cash for it? A great question. Monetize everything. Am I overdoing this a little bit? It feels like I might be. But I kind of want to overdo it and then pare it back down a little bit. I like how rough it looks, you know? And again, like it gives you spots for blood. I like that framing. Monetize everything versus 2 free labor. They don't, it's volunteer. You've had to ban like 4 people this week? What'd they do? Did they post feet pics? I know people have been going around posting my feet pics. Can you send me the feet pics? I just need to, it's for moderation purposes. It's with exposure.
Right.
They were just pretty gross people personality-wise. How dare you say negative things about my people? I have a terrible personality. I take offense to you taking offense to me. Do I want to know? What did they do? How bad was it? Is it bad that I'm associating myself with them? I had a friend in high school who ended up becoming a community manager for VR chat, and they got paid for it. So just tell them other games want you. Just got to generate that competition. You take all these pills that I'm getting off of what I'm doing here, and then I just need to scatter them over this. This one's going to be a huge pain. Light bulb. I think what you're seeing there is my logo, Sky. Speaking of which, like Corey said, I need to update the Twitch logo. Am I making gross things? You better believe it, Kenna. Do you like the grossness? This is an open wound. I'm still not married to these foldy, muscly bits. I sometimes I look at them and I love them. Sometimes I look at them and I hate them. I really can't decide. I feel like it looks kind of good. I don't know, man. Right now we're working on roughing up the edges while I think to myself and hate my creation. How are you today? My handshake has gotten so much better. They put me on a lower dose of my allergy medication, which is a miracle. It's a wonder what exercising and taking care of your house and laying off the ganja will do for your lungs. Saw Pimp putting something in Discord about clay tools, and I was like, oh yeah, there's a stream. Welcome, Kenna. Thanks for stopping by. Show us the sculpting tool I'm dreaming of. The one that Pimp posted. Why smoke in legal states when edibles can be bought? Edibles are much better, and that is my item of choice now. I had to dial back on that too. I was doing that for too much. Hold on, we can go main screen. And, properties. Capture display 1? No, capture display 2. There you go. These things right here. Looks like that might be kind of what I'm looking for. But I'm not sure. It seems like it might not be quite rubbery enough. I'm not 100% sure. My mouse I'm on the wrong screen. I'm such an idiot. There we go. 151 notifications. Thank you. Yes. I'm really bad at checking them. It's my personal skill. Not checking notifications. Look at the link you posted. Oh, you think it's what I want. Oh. Wait, going back. Going back. Well, see, I have those. Wait. That one might be closest. Because I got, like... Hold on. I need to go back. I've got this one. And I've got this one, and I've got this one, and I've got the hard balls in many sizes. But I don't have, I want one that's like super spherical, but rubbery like these. I haven't quite seen exactly that yet. That seems like that might have been it. Why is there a frog on my screen now? Yeah, the one all the way on the right there seems like that might be what I'm looking for. It's mostly just me being picky. Why not use one of those touchscreen pen things with the rubbery end? See, that's thinking outside the box, kiddo. That's a good idea. That might just be exactly what I need. It's made to emulate a finger anyway. We got too much fingerprint action over here. I don't want you stealing my digital data. Huh? Haha. Digital? No? Alright. I went to film school, you went to art school where we'd get creative with finding ways to make shit. Yeah. I wish I'd spent more time with the prop people. But no time like the present. Yeah. I went to digital art school. My minor was in digital art, but all those tools are virtual. And the limitations are immense. I do like the way this one's splitting, but I want to separate it more. I have technology, just print and mold or something, then refuse to ever use a better tool because you won't admit what you made isn't as good. Classic move. That's my go-to move. Back where I come from, they call that the Austin. Only did 3 digital classes your whole degree. I did 7 or 8, I think. And that's just like, that was just for the digital art. Like those were modeling and animation and one history of digital art class, which was so boring. Especially because I'd seen pretty much everything we were watching, and it mostly involved my teacher just talking about the fact that he worked on Tron. Oh, that fucking guy. He needed everybody and their grandmother to know that he worked on Tron. I feel like the muzzle parts should be more stringy and string cheesy and less furry. Yeah, they do feel a little furry, you're right. I need to stretch those out. Right now I just kind of, like you can almost see, you see how they like ripple up. All I've really done so far to just kind of rough those in is I took kind of a chisel end and just like tamped it to kind of sketch out the lines. I want to take these finer tools and extend them along the whole thing. So you are absolutely correct. But I don't want to commit to that until I've decided whether or not I want these big ridges in here, which I still have not decided. Heat up your poke tool and use it to smooth/melt. It does definitely work for that. But honestly, this clay is really compliant. I'm having to be super gentle to not do too much to it. I'm sure you've worked with monster clay before, right? You're aware of the stages. And the more you work with it, the softer it gets. Stop having it under this light of the sun, then? It's not too bright. It's not hot at all. It's an LED bulb. Just like 5 seconds with a lighter. I don't want to get any soot on it. I'd probably use a heat gun or hot water on a hot plate or something. Rubbing alcohol actually also works to temporarily soften a section. No finger, Austin. Stop using the finger. I have Mr. Beast chocolate. Not sure when I'll try it. What field is Mr. Beast not involved in these days? The Elon Musk of YouTubers. And I do mean that exactly how it sounds. How did you come across Mr. Beast chocolate? Had to dig deep to remember the last time I had chocolate, not counting toppings. I've only ever used monster clay in cooler weather. It's pretty reliable, even if it's fairly warm. Like, it stays firm enough. But I guess if it were really cold, it would probably harden up quite a bit. It's like 75 degrees in here right now. We know that because of our science experiment at the beginning of the stream. Walmart sells it. Strawberry Pocky is the best flavor. I'm not sure I agree with you. Emily's mom had some green tea Pocky. Did I ever end up getting to actually try that, Em? I feel like I got to have some of it. When it's like 55 degrees in a room, even soft monster clay is like solid candle wax. Yeah, probably. I mean, it gets hard enough in here. It's at a pretty good working temperature here. Designed for California. I don't think I ever got to try the green tea Pocky. Crunchy. Strawberry Pocky is lovely. I do like the strawberry Pocky. I'm partial to chocolate, but that's because I'm a little dirty sweet tooth. Not designed for an apartment in Chicago with bad insulation. Probably not. No. Not optimal. So do you work with clay often, Kenna? Or are you mostly in the drawing and painting category? I know you're good at that, and I know you were paid to do it there for a while. Crunchy is a type of strawberry Pocky? Oh. It has little dried strawberry crystals, and the stick is chocolate flavored. Okay, now we're talking. Now we're thinking with portals. Talk Crunchy to me, Corey. I'm into it. I was not aware of this particular sub-breed of Pocky, and I'm happy to report that my life has been forever altered. Emily, why don't we ever buy any Crunchy Pocky? Of all the biscuity, chocolatey candy things, though, Kinder Happy Hippos are the best. You cannot recommend enough. Happy Hippos are dope. I'm a big fan. In the world of gummy, I've been converted to Happy Cola by Emily. Did you see Portal RTX the other day? It looks bad. Hey, it looks perfectly good for being free, but it doesn't look any better than that. Not an iota. The best part of Monster Clay is it literally doesn't go bad, so it just sits in my art supplies until I feel like it. Yeah, it's really nice how long it lasts. Like that Bowser sculpture has just been sitting on my TV stand, and if I wanted to, I could go and mess with it like right now. I'm not going to, but if I wanted to, the option was there. Like it's literally made to be workable forever. Yeah, it's good stuff. It is definitely, in terms of bang for your buck, Monster Clay is the way to go. Especially if you're doing what I've been working at lately, which is trying to do castings. As soon as you've made your mold, just scrap the clay and use it again. Practically zero waste. Just the stuff that clings to some of your mold material gets wasted. Other than that, all recyclable. The best gummies I've ever had were lychee flavored gummies from Japan. The international market near you had them for a few months and then never again. Tragic. The ones that are really squishy circles. Kina, that sounds familiar to me. I feel like I got those from some of my high school friends. They always had the best candies. When did a hair get in here? What's happening? Hopefully if they're the right brand. Had one other brand that wasn't as good and had a lot more English on the packaging. See, that's how you know something's gone horribly wrong. At least speaking for myself, if I'm looking for ideal candy, I don't want to be able to understand a word on the packaging. Should be a complete and total dice roll for me. I have to just trust my friends. Okay, yeah, the packaging I can get is all Japanese with a sticker for nutrition facts in English. Yeah, there you go. Bingo. That's the ticket. Yeah, I think I have had those before. My friends also brought me high chews, which are not really a secret. But, oh man, those are tasty. When they first gave it to me, I thought it was gum. It was like 5 or 10 minutes later, and I was still chewing it, and they're like, dude, what are you doing? You gotta, like, eat it. Thought it was just very challenging gum. The next best thing is probably sour gummy bears from Albanese. A company that really perfected the gummy texture. Interesting. There's an H Mart near where you're moving to. Where are you moving to, kiddo? Exact address, phone number, social security, whatever you got. Tacoma. Oh, right on. Right on, right on. What's in Tacoma? Any particular... Well, other than an H Mart. Social security number for a town? No, I'm just trying to get as much information for potential identity theft as I possibly can. I mean, research. Like to be prepared, you know, you gotta have a few backup identities just in your back pocket. 555-55-5555-123 Find Me Bitch Street. Oh yeah, I think I know where that is. I've been given that address before. I think last time that was given to me, I believe they told me it was in Go Fuck Yourself, Austin County. I think that was it. Tacoma, Washington, 969-420. A boing is demanded by the way of redeems. Oh, we can boing. Don't you worry. Thank you, Moody. Seattle rent is nearing SF and we want more space, so a 3-bed townhouse with a garage is in Tacoma. Ah, there you go. Boing accomplished. It's crucial. Helps maintain the atmosphere. Oh shit, I'm off screen. I still feel like I want to be more over top here. Give me a moment to think about it. Let me see. I gotta start with bouncy. Bouncy. My stupid brain keeps wanting to say audio. No, Austin. Bouncy. Wait for it. It's coming to me, I promise. Bouncy, optional. I got no good words here. Bouncy, optional, insight, nearing greatness. That's not even a sentence. That barely counts as anything. Just give myself a time limit on that, just so that I can feel better if I come up with nothing. If I have all the time I need, then it's more shameful. Might come up with something else. Better options ignored. Need. Gee. It's weird. I almost need more letters. The shorter it is, the harder it is. When I first made that, I foolishly thought that a shorter one would be easier. It's not. I have to come up with something coherent in a much more compact space. I see your shame, I reject your shame. Cancel Austin, better off ignoring nerdy guy. That's a good one. That's a good one. Who else has a better one? Come on, that one was pretty easy to beat. I try to come up with something remotely related to the word itself, and then I immediately fall off the rails. That was solid. That was a good one. I find myself deeply enthralled in the source word. It's the same problem I have with word searches, essentially. And I know that sounds like it doesn't make sense, but hear me out. When I'm doing word searches, I never successfully search for the word. I just go through there and I'm like, oblopthy. That's a word. I found a word. Good job, Austin. Very easily distracted. Get it zoomed out, look at that. That does look like it's got good spots to hold blood. Best obstacles include nested gears. Buying one is not great. Now remember, kids, boing. I'd have listened in terror if they'd taught me that. I don't know, man. I feel like if that's what they'd said to me in Dare, I would have been like, so figure out a way to get it for free. Got it. Like, to me, the take home there is, don't get caught. Which really seemed like the rule in Dare anyway. I heard they've rebranded. They taught us how to buy drugs. Yeah, I mean, that program was 6 or 7 different kinds of fucked. And everybody who was delivering the messages were clearly high. It didn't go well. But boy, did they have fantastic yo-yo routines. Were they the yo-yo people? Were somebody else the yo-yo people? I feel like I heard that they've rehabilitated and they're all about, like, I don't know, a more legitimate cause these days. Not that you want to encourage people to do drugs, but I would say, like, fighting drugs as a concept. Bring out Icarus's new glider. Ooh, that's a good one. The yo-yo people were Ned. What did they want me to not do? Clearly I wasn't listening. Beware of ingesting nicotine. Gross. Never give up, encourage others, do your best. And they taught that with yo-yos? I feel like that's a test. Like, now to prove that you encourage others, don't make fun of this grown adult doing a yo-yo routine. You can do it. We believe you. We believe you? Bully only in the neighbor garden. It was all just a ploy to sell expensive yo-yos. Big yo-yo conspiracy. Give a cool message to get in the school and then captivate impressionable kids. I don't think I ever bought into the yo-yo craze. I did have a fushigi, but my grandma got me that for my birthday one year. It was fun, but they don't hold your interest for let's say an extended period of time. This looks weird. This looks too regular. I don't like that. I think I can actually just fix that with one additional little line. Kind of coming from that one. What's a fushigi? It's literally just a ball. It's a little hard acrylic ball with, like, I think it had like a weight, like a liquid weight or something inside that made it have a slightly interesting balance. And people just spun them around in their fingers. It's like this big. It's reflective. Ooh. It's the crystal ball from Labyrinth. It is definitely that. Yes, it is. It is indeed the crystal ball from Labyrinth. Do not use outdoors on a sunny day. Not if you want to keep your eyeballs. I've been told it defies gravity. It defies reason. Commercials all outside on a sunny day, yeah. What they don't tell you in the commercials is those children had already been blinded by the fushigi in the sunlight. And they had nothing to lose. Yeah, oh. Let me see here. I'm just going to start. I do it to myself every time. Seeking health always mitigates expectations. Alright, who can top it? Thank you, Corey. Sometimes I land it, sometimes I don't. Shaved ham and making eggs. Steamed hams. A masterful execution. I just saw ham and I needed to go with it. Flattening this is going to be a bitch. Someone's howling at my expense. Oh, that's good. Salty housewives are my entertainment. Science has accidentally melted engines. Sorority houses accept mediocre entertainment. Oh, you already used entertainment. Damn it. Accept mediocre. I gotta go with entertainment. It still works. Could do entrance, if that's a word, but that's just mean. Is entrance a word? Like with a T? Seems like it could be. I'm gonna go with yes. Entrance. It is a word. Okay. That's definitely a mean one. But sorority girls are mean. 9 times out of 8. I feel like I need some crosswise ones, especially around the outside here, just some fine scratches. Just to texture things up a little bit. Still hurting about my ex. That's a good one. Some homes allow multiple expansions. I want this to be a little bit sharper here. feel like there's something with severed heads. Severed heads appear mostly... This is coming along. It's too big. I was hoping it was going to be a smaller one on the other side of this, and it was not. Shit, sorry. I'm chatting between paint drying because I'm doing a little spooky painting to test a new pen. Ooh, you gotta share it when you get it. Severed heads appreciate moments eternally. That's better. That's good, I like that. Well, I'm glad I'm not as exciting as watching paint dry, Kinna. No, I'm just kidding. We're chilling. I hope the paint's drying well. Could just share where you're at? Do it. I'd love to see it. I'll put it up on the screen. Ooh, oh, that's looking cool. Very nice. Quoth the Raven nevermore. I'm digging it. I've heard it said both ways. Is it quoth or quoth? I usually kind of just try and split the difference between the two and hope nobody says anything. Not really paying attention to it, though. You know, I can kind of see that in the Raven's eyes. It feels a little ignored. Quoth? Like quote? I would think so. That's what I always thought it was. And then I heard some people say quoth, and I was like, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, considering it is like, you know, it means they said, essentially. You would think it would be like quote. But meaning doesn't always. Maybe they're just not cut from the same cloth. It's actually just old school baby talk. It wasn't a question, it said like quote. Oh no, I understood it wasn't a question. I just ramble, you know that. Those people are wrong. Alright, well, take it easy. Take it easy. Breathe. Just breathe. Quote the Waven, nevermore. I just kind of split the difference, didn't I? Marriage. Crack my back. Hold on. It's not happening. Back's not cracking. Almost all the way around here. I think I'm keeping the muscle ripples. Like the large ripples can stay. Like Kenna said earlier, I gotta stretch things out in the strand department. But that's going to take a little more personal attention than I gave it the first time around. I think I'm going to keep those folds. I want to do another one that has a bone sticking out. And then I had this idea to 3D print some like nice piston and gear shapes that could be really precise and clean. So I don't have to worry about that part. And then sculpting an open wound around it to look like exposed machinery under the skin. I thought that would be a cool one. Next project, automated back destroyer. I'm pretty sure that's what this chair is. Project completed. No, it's not the chair. It's my horrendous posture and insistence on a sedentary lifestyle. Long boy. The longest. But like destroyed in a good way. Destroyed for health. Healthy destruction. And hey, I went on a hike that one time. Excuse me, I've been on several hikes. We've been talking about going on another one. M's dad took us on a couple of hikes when we visited them over the holiday. And then again when we were up there just a few months ago. Legends say I've even been to the park. Yes, but those are old texts now. Do not cite the old magic to me, witch. I was there when it was written. I lost my rumble there, so I went with rasp. Anyway, just to finish it off. I regret it. The Principality of Hutt River. I didn't know Jabba's family had their own river. Although they're very wealthy people, so I can't say it's not surprising. Can't say it is surprising. Words are hard. Oh, bad geography. Sorry. Principality of Hutt River. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Tatooine. I mean, you're gonna give me a name like Hutt River. There's only one choice. I'm gonna stick with my original joke. I'm gonna double down on that one. If I were to guess a place on Earth, I would say South Africa. Pretty close. It's actually a micronation inside of Australia, so I was definitely closer with Tatooine. River of Sand sounds likely. Yeah, I mean, right? As far as I can tell, I got it correct. I feel like I need one of these, another one of these fatty bubbles right up in this area over here. I think that would be good. Just a little one, smaller than this one. I think I need to add some bumpiness to this because the fatty like globs, what do you call them? Fat deposits, I guess, in my reference images seem to have a sort of a texture to them, like they're a thin bag filled with peas. Gotta get up in 7 hours for class, so I should probably try and sleep. Have a good night, Moody. Thanks for hanging out. It was good seeing you. Get some sleep. Enjoy class. We'll see you on Friday. I think I want to do something other than Spore on Friday. Haven't decided what yet. Always picture scrambled eggs for human fat. Good call. Good call. Night, Moody. Thank you for those parting words. Spoken like a true murderer. Ew. I'm trying to pick what to do on Friday. I think we'll take a break from Spore and come back to that probably next week. Because we'll be getting into Space Stage, which is going to be a whole cataclysm of nonsense. So we'll give that a moment to rest. I might do Hades again. I was thinking about that. How close are we on the retro gaming community redeem? Gotta be getting close on that one, right? I do know what I'm doing for that. Made a decision there. Assuming I can get it set up. But I don't think it should be too much of a problem. You can't contribute? ¿Por qué no? $72 and ended? Oh. That's no good. There we go. That should fix it. $4,000 to retro gaming. Looks like cooking is going to happen sooner. Retro gaming is close, but cooking is much closer. For cooking, like I said, we're going to do breakfast. I think I'm going to make omelets. Some like seriously loaded omelets. Like bacon and sausage and onions and bell peppers and potato and various seasonings. But I'm a white person, so that means salt and a little bit of pepper. No, I'm kidding. There'll be other seasonings. Might even break out the paprika. Should I make French toast also? Ooh, cooking stream is official. Right on. Okay, so that'll probably be week after next. Maybe. Need to figure that out. The cooking stream is happening.
Oh, okay.
It's official. Alright, cool. Just gotta pick a day. Gonna get the cameras set up back over there again, but that's not too big of a deal. In fact, it might be a little bit easier now. I've got a few better tripods and things like that that might make it a little easier to do the cooking stream than it was when my brother was here. Ooh, breakfast for dinner. That sounds good to me. Here's a dumb story, but I do all my shopping online, so I ordered a pork roast, and what I got wasn't anything close to a pork roast, but salted pork. But I mean, you know, you got pork. That was half of the goal, right? They somewhat did their job. I need a hunk of clay to make my new fatty piece. Let me just rip something off my block here. Where's my sharp tool? That'll do it. That should be more than enough. Okay. At least they got the right animal. Exactly. That's most of what you can reach for in online food ordering. I don't know if I think I've mentioned I've been doing one of those like meal plan services because I like cooking, but I don't like thinking about what I'm cooking. And it's honestly been pretty damn good. I've been digging it. Trying to get a good shape here. And then we'll have to scrambled egg this. I think that'll fit pretty nicely. Kind of tuck this like right in there. That's pretty good. Okay, I'll try and get that into place, smooth it out, scrambled egg it up. Ouch. Might at least be an okay start. Glad that's working for you. One day I need to learn a bunch of meal prep recipes. I don't like cooking, but I don't like spending... I like cooking, but I don't like spending time cooking. Yeah, I get that. It is a time-consuming task. And it's one of those things that you have to do over and over and over again. It starts feeling repetitive and... Just like a time suck. Even though you're not, and it's important, it feels like you're wasting time. Oh, I should have mentioned it while Moody was here. They were giving me shit about it. I finally got a crown in Fall Guys. I'm officially a real human being. My ADHD can find a way to actually waste time while cooking. Same, Kenna. Same. I'd love to learn 1,000 roasts and casseroles that are just 20 minutes prep, throw in the oven pot, and boom meals for a week. Yeah, I mean, they're out there. It's not too bad to learn them. I like having the problem is I get bored with having the same meal all the time. So I need something that's like, I need it to change up on me, otherwise I literally will not eat. But when I've got the variety that those offer me, that seems to work out pretty well for me. Make friends with Midwestern American moms. They're 100% roast casseroles. They are the source. The origin. So this is the same kind of thing I need to do for this one over here. Fiend's got really good emotes. I like my emotes, but they don't really mean anything, which is like kind of what I love about them. But oh, that's a good one too. The jankness is great. So many tiny pellets. When like you get impatient and want to like rip off more clay, but then the pellets are the wrong size. She has not jank emotes too. You gotta love the jank ones though. They're good for the soul. Everybody needs a little bit of jank every now and then. Oh my god. That's amazing. Dollar menu fiend. For when you got a fiend on a budget. That's value. That's right. Get all the fiend you need without breaking the bank. Discount fiend. Oh my god, so many tiny pellets. And we're just kind of going to sprinkle these over and then use the very, very tiny ball end tool to... I'm actually probably going to use the pin to poke some holes to set them into so that they stick nicely, and then we're going to just smooth down the edges. At least that's the plan. We'll see if that actually works out. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. And went to bed, so I just wanted to make sure the apartment was all locked up since I'm not paying attention to anything. That'd be the worst kind of break-in ever. Have somebody just walk in here while I'm just making stuff. How do you know I'm me? You don't. Back in action. This Halloween, one man alone in his apartment will experience real fear. Replaced in the night, only on DVD. They didn't have a lot of faith in the release, so they just went straight to DVD in 2022. No streaming release even. They didn't want to waste the server space. No, I'm just kidding. They're releasing it on Peacock. That's how you know it's good stuff. If something's on DVD now, I think that's a sign of big, big confidence. Fair enough. They just had like extra DVDs in the back. I don't know if this is quite giving the vibe I'm looking for. I feel like maybe what I need to do is not have that underlayer, or at least thin it out before I apply my balls. Or no, I will not rephrase that. Days of Our Lives. Does Peacock actually have things to watch? Days of Our Lives. I think they took The Office off of every other streaming service. You can turn the screen off and watch your life slowly go down the drain. Because you paid for a Peacock subscription. Oh, sorry. You were joking, but Amazon has Marvel DVDs still? Really? Well, I know they'll release, like, box sets and stuff. Good for them. Watch No Way Home in 480p. More like no way you're gonna see what's happening, am I right? Rear shot. No Way Home Theater. Maybe it's just so Toby and Andrew feel more at home. You know? Pretty sure the original Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie came out on VHS. You need an eye break? I respect that. You take that eye break. Have a good night, Kinna. We'll see you next time. Oh, just not looking at the painting. See, that's what I thought you meant. But then everybody was saying goodnight. I'm like, if she's leaving, I should probably also say goodnight or I'm going to feel rude. You did put an update pic? Ooh, let's look at it. Let's take a look. Oh, nice. No, wrong one. There we go. Ooh, look at that. We already said goodnight. No turning back now. Update looks really good. Nice job, Kenna. That's sweet. Just want to bring the mass down of this so that I can put stuff on top of it and not have it feel quite so bulgy. Needs to get dark, yes. Darken it up, I agree. Bring the shadows. Bring the gloom. You said it's small. How big is the painting? Oh, it's a... Oh, I see. Brush for scale. That's a good size, though. It's a good test size, yeah. This is about as thin as I want to make it. So now we're going to start attaching the pellets again. Four by 6. Nice. Yeah, that's a perfect test size. Now I'm going to take these, kind of just scoop them up like sprinkles. Oh shit, I'm not on screen. So yeah, just kind of want to spread these evenly across the thing. It's giving me good feels. Now that we brought the size of it down, I actually feel a lot better about this. I need more pellets though. I don't have enough balls. Need that to get down in there. And then I kind of want to smooth between them. I still want more of them. I need to kind of get them like into position. I think I should be using one of the soft ends to do this. Otherwise they're going to want to move on me. I'm sorry, they're going to want to deform on me, is what I should be saying. I want them to move, but I don't want them to change shape when I move them. I think this might be a good time for just a little spritz of rubbing alcohol to soften the shape. I do think that adds a pretty cool bit of texture to this thing, but we need to take that rough idea, soften it out. I think we'll add a little bit more to the outside flesh. Just add a little bit more right there to kind of build up over the top of this edge. But I really like where it's going. I need a few more pellets just to fill in some space here. This is one of those trust the process moments. Spritz with some baking soda and citric acid. Or lemon juice, whatever you have on hand. If you can't synthesize your own citric acid, store-bought is fine. So I've got this reference material up, and there's this one that I really want to mimic that actually would be a really good reference for that idea I mentioned about making it look like there was like machinery inside of somebody. But it's this person that has, I guess, what is it called? It's like it's a rod or something. When you have that to support your bone in your arm, or anywhere, but it's in their arm. Pin. They're pins. I think that's what that is. I don't want to show it because I think it's too gory. It'd get me flagged or some shit. Fortunately, this clay scar is not enough, or clay wound is not enough to draw any of that, but I think if there's any sort of like automated AI looking for gore or whatever, especially in the YouTube VOD, that might cause me a problem. Just started cutting down the spore stream. I'm going to try and start posting cut downs again. We'll see if I'm actually successful or consistent with that, but I've been doing a lot better lately. Cognitive behavioral therapy has been helping. So, that's good stuff. Doesn't help as much as medicine probably would, but for a few health reasons I can't really take ADHD medication. So, I'm on my own. CBT, let your therapist be mean to you. Essentially, yeah. And then slowly learn to be mean to yourself. But in a way that's slightly more productive than what you do naturally. Definitely not for everybody. Good pellets. Yeah, exactly, Corey. Take what I can get. If it's doing the job, then that's good news. We're kind of roughly in place there. Like I said, I'm probably just going to do some more build up over the top here. But now we need to try and take... I guess I'm going to use this flexible end and try to just smooth these out and join them together into a more cohesive thing. It's a little grodier than real fat. I think I'd like to get a little more practice and make this better, but it's a good start for sure. And since it's, you know, a fake wound, I kind of don't care if it's a little nastier than it needs to be. You know what, speaking of nasty, this is reminding me of the Nasty Patty from SpongeBob. All these little dots and bubbles look like the mold that was on the Nasty Patty. CBT is good with specific goals in mind, yeah. As a generalized treatment, it can have its flaws. Like anything, but it has been working for me. Oh, see, that loosened things a little bit too much. Although it's helping me set stuff in better places, so maybe I shouldn't complain. But I think what I might need is a little bit of heat. Alright, there's only one way to handle this. I'm going to drop the camera down a little closer. Get all the way up in there. I don't think I can get much closer than that. I'm hoping I can focus. There we go. So I'm going to take the finest ballpoint that I have, which I think is this one. Oh no, here it is. I'm going to try just smoothing these together. I think we're starting from a better baseline. Sorry about the camera bumpage. Hold on to your stomach. There we go. Just kind of trying to take these shapes and smooth them into one another. I think as long as it starts to not look like distinct spheres anymore, it'll feel a little more like a fat deposit. Keep things smooth and round. Well, that is not a fast process, but it looks like it's working. One of those magnifying glass things for my eyeball. You know, like what a jeweler uses? Are those eggs? Looks like some sort of infestation. Oh, please become a cyclops. I can't afford the surgery. Well, cats, I'm glad you think they look like eggs. Because that is kind of what we're going for. And I agree it looks like an infestation. It's intended to be a fat deposit, but we still have a ways to go before it's going to feel that way. And color will help a lot. But that's up to the person who gets this thing at the end of the day. I think it might be a good idea to have a painted version and an unpainted version available. You know, one that's just completely clean so you can do it yourself, and then one that's kind of got a rough paint job, at least on the inside. But I don't really know. I'd have to check and see what other people are doing. This just leaves it with much more of a bubbly appearance, as opposed to, you know, there aren't really any tools in my kit, at least, that can give it that kind of an effect. I don't really know that even if I had something that like had a bit of a concavity in it that I could just press into it, you know, it still wouldn't quite give me the look I was shooting for. This is going to take some time, but the result is going to be, oh, so worth it. No, don't pick up. You stay there. This is cozy. Teensy weensy. Alright. Just getting those rough shapes in there. Whoa. I really think that's working. And it's slow. But the effect... Definitely digging it. It's getting closer. Doing pretty well. This looks detailed enough that you're almost grossed out. Nice! That's encouraging. Thank you. The pellets now have me in a Dippin' Dots mood. Two kinds of reactions. If you're almost grossed out, that means I'm doing my job. I would like to eat the eggs. You know, to each their own. I don't judge outwardly. What I do internally is my business. These are spider eggs. They are absolutely spider eggs. Yeah. I think with the right color palette, though. Well, we keep edging closer and closer to the texture I'm looking for. I want to wait on these streaks until the rest of it is done, because those are just going to be so susceptible to getting messed up. No longer in Dippin' Dots mode. Hunger systems have been reset. Never in Dippin' Dots mode again. I feel like I remember Dippin' Dots were supposedly like going out of business or something like that, and then they just kind of didn't. Other people remember that, right? It's not just something I made up. I would still like to eat the eggs. No. No. Don't say things like that. It hurts me. Let me give y'all a zoomed out look at that really quick so you can see that it is indeed working. Especially from further away, it's looking better. When you're up in there, it's still a little intense, but we're definitely moving in the right direction. They did seriously scale back in the mid-thousands, or mid-aughts. What have we gone with as a society for that? I think aughts. I have to say our roaring 20s are off to a roaringly bad start. Close is eggy, further away is less tasty. Yeah. Yeah, further away is closer to what we're looking for. You a caviar person, Kina? I don't hate it. I mostly like I'll have salmon roe on sushi. I know that's not caviar, but they're both fish eggs. Is there a difference between roe and caviar? Or what is the difference, if there is one? You're allergic to seafood. Oh. So is that a no, or... I like popping boba. Ooh. Emily has boba all the time. I go with her, but I don't get boba. I just get a plain milk tea or this one place we go to has a dirty horchata with espresso in it. That's really, really good. Claims my soul every time. I think after I get this roughed in like this, I'll come back with that smooth one. The popping type is supposedly caviar-esque. I feel like I've not had much caviar. I don't think salmon roe is this, like, I don't think that's the same thing. I don't know for sure, but they seem like different things to me. Maybe it's just a classism thing. It often is, especially when it comes to food. Like, cheap food can be so spectacular. And often the same, if not even better, than its expensive counterpart. Maybe that's just me. Dude, I've been trying to move my... I'm posting my TikToks, at least the maker ones, over on my the second YouTube channel. The if you're watching the VOD, you're watching it on that channel right now. Meta. Nobody watches the VODs. Not there. Anybody who wants to watch them sees them on Twitch. But maybe that'll change, and maybe I'm inside somebody's brain right now. Anyway, staying on focus. Been trying to move the TikToks over there, and 2 of them have already been copyright flagged, and they're not even up yet. So that's dope. Salmon roe is also called red caviar, but true caviar is only from sturgeon. So that's a classism thing. Whenever you have to use a phrase like true caviar, it's like, so it's the same thing. It's like the champagne thing. It's only champagne if it's made in Champagne, France. Okay. Like Kentucky bourbon. It's only bourbon if it's from Kentucky, right? I'm saying that right? And yet you can do the exact same process elsewhere. Excited about the cross-posting. TikTok's evade you since I'm not on that app. Yeah, that's kind of part of the reason I wanted to do it. I want to make sure everybody had access to everything. And it means I'm just putting my face in more people's faces, which is good, because I'm going to start trying to sell stuff like this and put more energy back into the channel, streaming more often, trying to cut them into videos, all that kind of stuff. I'm trying to ramp back up again, so hopefully that happens. Champagne. I would watch the VODs, and I do when I miss a stream, but I don't usually miss them. Exactly. Well, and then if you do, you watch it while it's on, while it's still on Twitch. But I'm going to try and get more use out of the second channel now. That's why it's not called UE Archive anymore. It's called Less Enlightened, because it's my, it's now just the general second channel for me to post stuff that's not polished. I gotta say, this is getting there for me. The more we circle around it, the better it's getting. Kind of got to work my way through, slowly push everything together. It'll be worth it. There we go. I'm really pleased with this, to be honest. I had mixed feelings about this technique, but I really like it, and I think I'll be able to apply this same technique over to this one, because I wanted this to look really bubbly. And I think if I do that, but with, unfortunately, even smaller pellets, and some pits as well, I think I'll achieve the kind of, like, bloody pus pocket look that I'm going for on that other one. I think we're getting close enough that we can switch tools now. Start trying to smooth all this out. Keep bumping the cable on the camera with my hair, that's why it starts wobbling again. But it's better to have an angle that's as close to mine as possible, because that's how you're going to be able to see what I'm working on. You see my face if I do that? Am I poking into the frame now? Did anybody play? Well, I think Pimp did. I'm sure. Well, you might still be here. The Spider-Man game, like Marvel's Spider-Man. I finally played it, thanks to the remaster, and I really liked it. I'm not saying that it sounds like I mean most people didn't. Obviously, it was hugely successful. What I'm wondering is, should I play Miles, or should I just wait for Spider-Man 2? I heard Miles was a little less fleshed out in terms of content. I don't think I have access to it as a remaster yet, but I might be able to get my brother's PS4. Do it that way. Ooh, I know how to do that acronym. Austin. The best acronym. Not yet, Corey? You haven't played it yet? Brian has the PS5 Miles Morales. Oh, what does he think about it? Is that one not available on PS4? I don't know. I thought it was. Anti-disestablishmentarianism. Well, that also starts with A. It seems it's short. Yeah, that's kind of what I saw. He got lost. He got mad that he was lost and stopped playing. I relate to that shit so hard. Oh, not yet was for my face being in the frame. But you haven't played Spider-Man either. Roger Dodger. I think I need to get the camera on the other side of my head, maybe. I'm not going to bother with that right now, but... Why the fuck did I choose to paint a raven in watercolor? Use pencils along with it to add some sharp details. That could look pretty cool. Like the combo of the two, especially if you play into it, could give you a really nice result. No? Choice is yours. The first game takes 42 hours to complete. It takes 18 hours to complete Miles, and just 7 for the story. That's a much shorter game. Kind of seems like it was almost intended to just like tide you over. Because the new one's supposed to include both Miles and Peter, right? All of this was to test new pen I got, Pilot Friction. You can use them for line work and then use a heat gun to erase the lines. Oh yeah, I've been seeing people posting about that. Yeah, the erasable pens. I had thought it was common knowledge that you could do that with those pens. I saw a bunch of posts of people like talking about what the hell was that? Yeah, they work really well. This is smoothing out really nicely. It's taking a lot of time to do it, but I really like how it's looking. I kind of want to keep it this gross. Yeah, they're nice. They didn't work. They work better with heat than they do with the friction eraser. In my experience, the friction erasers tend to smear the ink at the same time. So if you don't generate enough, or you can end up tearing the paper or any other combination of problems. So like using just a little bit of heat from like a lighter will get rid of it better. Oh, shit. Get back on there. The thing that's rough with these after they're done is I'm making the mold out of, I'm doing it backwards, making the mold out of resin and then casting in silicone. Because obviously you want the final product to be in silicone. Latex is really good too, but silicone is sturdy and reusable, and or theoretically reusable. I haven't tested that. And also the material I have on hand, and people aren't allergic to silicone as frequently as they're allergic to latex. Unfortunately, it's midnight, so I can't test the heat part until tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I assume if you're going to use a heat gun, you want to do it at a reasonable hour. You could always just risk burning the painting. A bit of charring could only augment the vibes. In the right places, I suppose, yeah. Oh, shit. I don't know, do we like this sticking out over the top of the skin in some places? Or should I cover it all over with flaps of skin? I definitely don't want it to be attached to the outside skin like it is right there, but I'm going to worry about cleaning that up after I have the rest of this sorted out. Yeah, I think those erasable pens were really big as like stationery supplies back in like the early 2000s. And some of the kids I knew used them to like share secret messages because you could heat the paper and then it was gone. And I used them for art a little bit, but I was never partial to them. Okay, look at that from a little further away now. That's looking more like what I was going for, I think. Put a shadow on that because my light's a little too bright. Kind of digging that. Final product for tonight, let's see it. Oh, very nice. Very, very nice. Look at that. Right on. Oh, lots of life to that. That's sweet. Very ravenly despite watercolor misgivings. Agreed. Yeah, that's looking awesome. Right on, Kenna. That's the wrong page. There we go. I'm really happy with where this is landing. I was a little worried, but we just kind of kept our heads down and kept plugging away at it, and honestly, it's taken a shape that I'm pretty happy with. I'd still like it to be a little bit smoother. But truth be told, that might just be me being a little nitpicky. I think those shapes are blending together really nicely. It definitely looks like a single unit now. And I would argue that looks pretty much like a fat deposit. Not so eggy anymore. Still a little eggy, but definitely a lot better. Alright. Very nice. Okay, I think this is a pretty good place to stop for tonight. Not really eggy at all. I'm sorry to let you down. I think that's probably a good thing, though. I think we can zoom out on that and... I mean, compare that to my initial fat deposit over here, and it's definitely better. Yeah, I'm really digging that, actually. I do think it probably needs a little bit of like skin flappage coming up over the top over here. Maybe not the whole thing, but just kind of in this crevice where it starts to dip down. I think it needs to be encouraged. That feels pretty good, doesn't it? I'm starting to really like this, so we need to... I really want to fix these, but I'm going to keep restraining myself and not do that because I'm going to keep bumping them and messing them up. So we need to do the other fat deposit, and then this, which I'll probably do off stream. Next time we might be working on one of these two. Hopefully I'll have them all done pretty soon, but we got pretty engrossed in the egginess. But yeah, it's pretty good. I think we're going to call it for tonight. But I'll see y'all again on Friday. And we're probably not going to be playing Spore, but I can't promise that I'll be able to contain myself. So, yeah. Thanks for hanging out, folks. It's been a blast as always. It's good to be back to making stuff on stream again and hanging out with y'all and chit-chatting and just kind of chilling. It's good stuff. You're creeped out, so well done. Thank you, Kenna. That is extremely high praise. That's exactly what I'm going for. Perfect. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you next time. You know what? I'm going to not do the traditional sign-off page just to spare everybody the jarring goodbye music. So, bye-bye, everybody.